Tina from Soul Tide Tarot. Thank you so much for finding my channel. If you're new here, I'm very new to YouTube, so if you could like and subscribe and share, as I'm trying to grow my channel, and I appreciate it every time I get a new subscriber. So this is going to be your career, money, and finance read for mid-December to mid-January 2019 to 2020. But it's the next 30 days whenever you watch this. Okay. So let's go right into it. Ooh. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself. Okay. Okay, let's see where your energy is. Career, money, and finance. You're very closed off. Like, I feel like you're holding back. You're very much holding back. You're holding back how you feel. You don't want to offer something. You don't want to offer something because you feel like you're almost not worthy to offer it, or you don't have the means to offer it. Let's see what's blocking you. Your energy is kind of like really stubborn right now. Really stubborn. Gosh, you guys. I'm a Pisces too, so it's like us, okay? When I say you guys, I mean us. What's blocking you is balance. What's blocking you is balance. Whatever you've been guilty about, you feel like you're not worthy, you feel like you can't, you feel like, oh, I'm not worthy of that, or what's blocking you is balance. You have to do things in moderation. You feel like you have nothing to offer, but you don't have to offer everything for it to be good, okay? You don't have to offer everything. Everything in moderation. Balance and moderation is what's blocking you. Let's see what your strengths are. Energy. You don't need anybody else to be on top, okay? You've got the 10 of coins in reverse with the 9 of coins upright. 10 of coins is like family structure, okay? It's like unity structure, institution structure. And it's having it all. It's like 10 coins. That's all the coins there is. 10 of them. You got all of them. All the money's in your pocket. You're Bill Gates. It's in reverse though. Okay? But you have the 9 of coins, which is independently successful. You don't need, you can do it on your own. That's your strength. You can do it on your own. You don't need other people. You don't need to be dependent. Okay? And it's funny because also you don't need, for those of you that are married, you don't need a husband to take care of you. And gender can go either way. But the 10 of coins is husband. And the 9 of coins is independent woman. You don't need. You can have it, it's great, but you're not dependent on it. And that's a great strength to have, okay? It could be that you work for yourself and you're not dependent on a corporation or something like that. But let's see what your weaknesses are. What your weaknesses for the next 30 days. Clarity, logic, fair, logical action. Okay? Fair, thought out, logical action. Because you're not balanced. You're making emotions. You are currently the Knight of Cups in reverse. Your emotions are not balanced. Your emotions are the cup that you're offering, and don't take offense to this. I'm a Pisces too. I'm offending myself right now. It's just the energy that's going on right now is that the cup that you're trying to offer is empty. It's empty. And whatever it is you're trying to offer, it's the way you're doing it is unbalanced. Okay, could be in you're overspending Christmas and you're trying to give everybody, and your bank account's going empty, and you're trying to give, and your credit card is going to be declined because you're giving too much. You need to do it in moderation, whatever it is. You're independent on your own. You don't need to depend on other people, but you do still have to have moderation. You know what I mean? Even Bill Gates does have a finality to his bank account. So what's blocking you, your weakness, is being logical, okay? Being logical with your career, being logical with your money, non-emotional. When we overspend, it's an emotional thing. It's a codependent thing. We're trying to self-soothe by shopping. Or if we feel like we haven't been there enough for our kids, we're shopping to fill that void. If we haven't been there enough for our family, we're shopping. Let me buy them something really nice for Christmas because I miss little Timmy's birthday. And that also goes hand in hand with the family in reverse. Look at the 10 of coins. You've got the husband, wife, the kid, the dog, and it's in reverse. And the 9 of Pentacles is in front of it. So are you trying to self-soothe? Like, I wasn't really good to my family this year. I wasn't really around a lot because I was working all the time. But I'll buy them a lot of presents for the holiday season, and it'll be good. Is that what you're doing? And you're going to empty your bank account because of that? Let's see what the opportunities for growth are. Page of Coins with Sun in reverse. My interpretation of this is the Page of Coins. Okay, you've got the 9 of Coins, the 10 of Coins in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, in reverse, which is that offering a cup, but the cup is empty. So you're offering something that you don't even have to offer. With the Page of Coins, the Page of Coins is not a knight. He's a step under the knight, and he's not a queen. He's not a king. He's way down on the totem pole as far as court cards go. He's the lowest of the low, but he's got one coin to offer, and he's giving that one coin because it's enough, because that's all he has. And that is enough, even though it's not everything. It's not the sun. It's not it's not everything. It's enough. Your opportunity is to give a little, give what you have. Give it from the heart. It doesn't have to be everything. Okay? Let's see what the advice is from your spirit guides. And if this is not gift giving, holiday giving for you, this could be your work situation. Don't work 1,000 hours a week because you feel like you have to show your boss that you're working yourself to death just for them to see that you're worth. Just give the quality in your work, and then you don't have to work 1,000 hours. It translates to both things. Your advice is the Fool card, okay? Which is to have a new beginning. But look, he's got the cup and he's holding it in the air. And it's full because they literally show water coming out of it, okay? He's holding it in the air. To have it and be, the Fool is joyful. The Fool is giving and fun and light and caring and joyful and jovial and childish. And they see the light side of things. The fool doesn't care about, you know, a 1,000-hour work week and the Rolex they're going to buy and the sports car they're going to give, you know, their, you know, whoever for Christmas. They're just happy to have a little fun. They're just playing with a little dog, and they're good with the small things. They're just, the happiness of life is enough. And that's your advice. And let's see what the outcome is if you take their advice. Woo. You will have all the tools you need to make it happen. Financially, to make it happen. You don't need to break the bank. You can make it happen. Magician. You can make it happen. You can make something out of anything. Okay? You have all the tools to do what you need to do. You don't need to overdo it. Moderation is the key here. Let's see the outcome if you don't take their advice, and then we'll get some clarifying cards. Ace of Staffs in reverse. You'll expend everything you have. You'll be empty. You'll be -1. You'll be empty. Let's get the clarifiers and go deeper into the reading. Okay. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Queen of Wands. It could be someone trying to woo the Queen of Wands too with this empty cup, you know, and look at everything I have, I can buy you all this stuff, but there's nothing in the cup. You know, you're trying to give more than you have because you're trying to woo this energy. And the Queen of Wands is beautiful and seductive and strong and powerful and independent. And it could be male or female. It's just the energy the card embodies. Creation, being passionate, and all of those things. And you either want that and you're trying to get it, like you're trying to buy yourself stuff and you're trying to climb the ladder to embody that energy, or you're trying to impress somebody with that energy. Let's see what the what's blocking you, which is having a lack of balance, needing to be balanced. Woo. Yes. Needing balance because you're moving too fast. 8 of Wands in reverse. You're moving too fast. Your credit card is moving too fast. You're working too many hours. Whatever it is, you're expending more than you have. Either more energy, more emotion, more money, too much. Okay? And it's gone, done, going out the window, and you've been run over by a herd of horses. Let's see what your strengths are, which is being independent. Being independent like you're independent in spite of other people challenging you, okay? Like even if other people like, oh, you know, you can't do that project, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. Like you're the type of person that it's like, well, just watch me. Like that's that 10 of coins in reverse. Like the whole entity is saying you can't, and you're just like, I got this. They don't know what your hopes and dreams and wishes are. But you do, and you can make it happen. You can make it happen. You just have to be in moderation with it, okay? And if you're not, then you're not going to get what you want. And that's in any regard. You're not going to get the promotion. You're going to get the career. You're not going to get any of it if you don't feel like you will. If you listen to the naysayers, okay? Let's see what the opportunities in front of you are, which is to step back, give a little, and then it's appreciated a lot. The Knight of Cups upright. You started, and your energy currently in the start of December is the Knight of Cups reversed. The opportunity is to have the Knight of Cups upright, to have that cup full of love by giving what you actually have, by giving in moderation. And this doesn't, I'm associating it with because the holiday season and I'm in America, but in career, money, and finance, it could be giving to your job. It could be a lot of things, okay? But you have to do it in moderation, okay? Whether it's your time to a job, your wallet for presents, whatever it is. Yes. Their advice One, if you are your own business owner, that's the 9 of coins that doesn't need a company. You've got the Emperor, which is the business entrepreneur. You've got it. That's your advice. You got it. If you are at a job that is requiring you to give too much to, and you're thinking about bouncing, bounce, because the Fool to the Emperor, it's the new beginning and taking the leap of faith on your own job, on your own career, on your own company, and it will be banging. Oh, and let me tell you this. So we are having, I'm Pisces, so I've researched there's a Jupiter transit. If you've been watching my channel, you know there's a Jupiter transit that's going to happen in mid-January 2020. Jupiter is going to transit Capricorn for the first time in 12 years, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge, okay? So for Pisces, it's actually affecting our 11th, it's going from the 10th house to the 11th house, okay? So it's affecting everything the 11th house embodies. So it's really going to be good for us to find where we want to go with the things like this, okay? So look for that transit in 2020 and just accept those energies. Everything that the 11th house governs is going to be expanded and blown up. Now, it's coming from the 10th the 11th, and the 10th house was body, okay? There's a lot of things the 10th house governs, okay? Hard work, all of that stuff. Hard work. So hard work and body and all of that stuff. I gained a crap ton of weight this year, and I'm like, okay, well, that was Jupiter's fault for transiting Capricorn now, or for transiting my 10th house. Now Jupiter's going to transit Capricorn, which is our 11th house, and we're going to, one, if we can get away from that energy, lose weight, which I desperately need to do, and two, have things like travel and all of that kinds of stuff expand. Travel, entrepreneurship, starting your own company, starting like a lot of things. So just had to throw that in there because I saw it. But it's going to be justice. It's going to be balanced if you do that energy. If that's not speaking of that for you and you're like, I'm not starting my own company, then it's just telling you, you're going to sit in your own power. You're going to sit in because the Emperor is powerful, okay? You're going to sit in your own power. You're going to have logic, justice, and balance. The Temperance and the Justice card are very, very similar energies. The Temperance is where you're lacking. Justice is your advice to be balanced and just. Okay, to get what you deserve and give what you have. And that's what the energies are, okay? Be light, but also stand in your power, okay? But without being too heavy, okay? Without putting too much emphasis on. If you take their advice, you'll have the Magician, which you can make anything happen. And if you are thinking about starting your own business, you've got the Magician. The Magician and the Emperor. Go for it. And the 9 of Coins. The Magician, the Emperor, and the 9 of Coins, go for it. Okay, so let's clarify the Magician. Ooh. Yes. Okay. Don't get scared because it's interpretation, and how I read the Ace of Cups reversed, and I've said this in a million different episodes, a million different videos. The Ace of Cups reversed to me is not the emptying of love, it's the realization of self-love, okay? So if you do that, if you take their advice, you'll be able to make anything happen. You'll transform into your higher self. We have the Death card, okay? Ending of anything crappy, ending of anything painful, gory. The Death card nullifies the devil. The devil's not here, but anything malefic in your life, in your career, money, and finance will be nullified, okay? And you will get self-love. Literally, this is amazing. This is really, really great, Pisces. And I'm excited because I'm a Pisces too. So let's see what will happen if we don't take their advice. Which we have the Ace of Staffs in reverse, which is the hand of God. The aces are the hands of God offering you an opportunity. So you're turning it down, you're ignoring it. This is an opportunity we're being given, okay? And the Ace of Staffs is in reverse, which means it is in the background upright here. It's a God-given opportunity for the start of something creative and passionate, okay? A passionate, creative career, money, or finance opportunity. And if you don't take their advice, you will be turning it down. You'll be missing it. Let's clarify that. Yes. You'll be waiting. You'll be waiting there's an offer being given right now, and it's probably due to the transit of Jupiter that's going to be happening, going to our 11th. And that's the offer being given. And if you don't do these actions to be able to take that offer, to recognize that offer and come into your own, then you're going to be sitting there still waiting. The 7 of Pentacles is investing in something and waiting for it to flourish so you can collect on it. Where you're just going to be sitting there waiting, going, why is my bank account not growing? I put that money in. When's it going to come out? Well, it's not going to come out. You're going to sit and wait forever. You're going to wait for 12 years because that's when Jupiter comes around again. You're going to miss the transit. You miss the transit. I say all the time to know your chart. Know your chart because you have to work with the planets in your chart. Okay? Jupiter is going to go to Capricorn, which is going to be our 11th house in January. That's the time that we work on those kinds of things. We're not going to be working on don't buy a house, okay, unless, it's transiting your rising, but that's what I mean. You have to know your chart. You don't want to go and move and buy a house right now because that's not going to be in your best benefit. You're not going to get the best deal. You're not going to get the best location. It's going to be too hectic for you. Jupiter gives blessings, okay? Jupiter expands the positive entities that are in that house when it sits there, okay? It gives it luck. You'll win the lottery kind of energy. So you want to do things in your life depending on what planets are in that house for you, okay? And the only way you could know what planets are in what houses for you are to know your chart. Now, if you know your sun sign is Pisces, which you do because you're here with me, that's great. So Jupiter is going to be transiting our 11th house. But it's also going to affect our ascending house, okay? So for me, I'm a Gemini ascendant, okay? So it's going to affect my, I forget which house it is currently, but it's going to affect that house. And for me, that's going to, I was researching it earlier. Oh, it's my 8th house. So I'm an 8th house Gemini. So it's going to be sitting in my 8th house, okay, which is the mystic, the unknown, tarot, astrology. That is going to expand. My gifts are probably going to expand even more than they are. And my channel, because also 11th house is internet and public recognition and all of those kinds of things, and my 8th house is the occult and tarot and all of that. My channel is probably going to do a lot better. But it's also the house of secrets. It's also the house of, secrets being revealed. So, I have to know for the next year, don't do anything shady because it's going to come out. So, if you know what's going on in your chart, you can work with the planets to give it your best benefit, okay? So, for me, right now, it wouldn't be the best time for me to purchase a house. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't. The next year is not the best time for me to purchase the house. My moon sign is Leo. So it's going to be sun, rising, and moon. It's going to be affected by the Jupiter transit, okay? And my moon sign is Leo. So that's going to be my daily routine is going to be affected. My daily routine is going to be, I'm going to feel like in my daily routine, I can't get a leg up, that I'm all those kinds of things. Like every time I try and do something, it's going to, blah, 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 because it's also the house of debts and enemies and all of that stuff. So 6th house. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So, but I have to know that in those areas. Okay. So know your chart in depth, okay? Know your chart in depth and then work with those energies to work with those planets and see what is going, where's Pluto sitting, where's Neptune sitting, which rules your, your emotions, and, where's the moon and all of that stuff. See what signs it in, what house it in, and that's where you're going to know how to work with the stuff in your life. Oh, what's transiting my career? Career house right now. Okay, well, let me work on that. This is the time to work on my career, and this is the time to find a soulmate and all that kinds of stuff. I've gone off on a tangent. I hope that I did this because somebody was supposed to hear it. Usually is what happens, but let's get the life purpose cards before somebody falls asleep on me. Okay, let's see how this fits into our life purpose. Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly, okay? And time to decide. which is what we need to do. Make a decision based on your heart's truest desire, okay? And practice moderation. Practice. Polish your skills and practice moderation. There will be some things over here to like and subscribe if this resonated with you, which I hope it did. Sorry about the lecture. And please comment below if you have any questions or anything, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.